Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for joining us for the May LegFi webinar. My name is Amanda, and today I'll be going over how to prep for the end of the year. Shannon is also joining me, and if you have any questions, she'll answer them throughout the webinar, and I'll answer some of those at the end if we have any. For our agenda today, we're going to be going over how to update your member roster, how to set up billing. We're going to look at LegFi with Treasury, and then we're going to look at how to address members' outstanding balances. Before we get started with that, I just want to introduce who OmegaFi is. OmegaFi hosts and supports LegFi. For more than 30 years, OmegaFi has provided technology solutions to help customers manage their finances, streamline their operations, recruit new members, and communicate with their members. We're based out of Columbus, Georgia, and we securely process more than 1.1 million per day for our clients and have securely processed more than 4 billion since 1992. We're also deeply committed to serving, promoting, and advancing the fraternity and sorority experience. We are passionate about what we do, and it's this passion that has encouraged our clients to trust us to do the heavy lifting so they can focus on their mission and having fun. So if you'll give me just a moment, I'm going to switch over to LegFi so I can walk you through some things over there. Okay, so first we're going to look at how to update your member roster. Over here in the left-hand corner is the members module. This is where you'll keep your roster up to date. To add members, you'll go to members and then click on add members. You can use the CSV sample file here. You can download it. And then once it's downloaded, you can pull it up and fill in the information. So the information that is required on this file is the last name, the first name, the email address, the zip code, and the member type. If you don't know the member's zip code, you can just put in the chapter's zip code, and then when the member gets their email address, they can update that information. I'm sorry, when they get their registration email, they can update that information at that time. You can also add in a single member. If you don't have a lot of members, you can come in here and add it as a single member. If you need to update a member type, you'll go back to the member list, and then you'll click on the square next to their name. You can do one member at a time, or you can do multiple. And then from here, you're going to edit. You'll go to actions and you'll click on edit, and you can update their member type. So alumnus, member, new member, you can, if they're moving from new member to member, you can update that here. One of the things that I want to remind you is if you are changing a member to alumni, once you have updated their member type, you will then send an email to info@legfi.com so they can be archived. This is an important step. If those members are not marked as alumni and archived, your chapter will get charged for them. So just remember that they must be archived so your chapter does not get charged for them. At the top, you can toggle between active members, archived members, and any members that are in collections. You can also create groups if there are certain members that are billed differently than other members. For example, if some members can pay in full at the beginning of the semester, you can create a group for them. Or if other members need a payment plan, you can create a group for them. So moving on to setting up billing. To set up billing, you'll go to the invoices module. Here you can view what invoices are current, past due, etc. You can see who is outstanding, all invoices, and any deleted invoices. You can edit invoices, delete any remainder that's owed. You can remove late fees, record payments, set up payment plans, and resend invoices. So let's look at setting up billing. You'll click on Create New Invoice. You'll select the members who need to be invoiced. So you can do it by a group, or if you want to just add members, you can do that as well. Once you select the members, then you will come down here and you'll click on Add Charge. From there, you'll complete the charges information. So we'll put in the charge title. You can also copy from an existing charge that you've done in the past if you want to do that. It can be a one-time charge or a recurring charge. So if it's chapter dues and fees and they aren't paying all up front, you can split that out over 4 months. Or you can say it's $400 and you want to do $100 a month. Or if you want to do a one-time charge of $400, you can do that. So we're just going to do a recurring charge here. We'll put in the amount and then the description. You can also choose the deposit financial account. This is new in the last few months. You can select which account you would like these funds to go into. So you can do an invoice for chapter dues and fees and have that go into your chapter operating account. And then you can do another invoice for rent if you have a house and put that into the housing account. So you can split those payments that come in into different accounts. So we're going to choose the chapter operating account, and then the revenue category, we'll choose member dues. And then you'll come out here and you'll set up your custom billing schedule. So the start date, that's the date that it will be mailed out, and then you want the due date. So we'll just do June 15th. If you want any late fees, you can do that, put in however much you want that late fee to be and when you consider it late. And then if you want to do an early payment discount, you can do that as well. And then you can come out here and add additional charges. So we want the $100 to go out be June 15th, and we want the next $100 to be July 15th. I'm sorry. We want it to be mailed on July 1st and due on July 15th. So then once you get done with that, you'll click on Save Charge. And then at the bottom, you can add a message if you would like. Once you're done, you can preview the invoice. And then once you're satisfied with that, then you can click on Send Invoices. The next thing that I want to go over is LegFi with Treasury. This is under financial accounts. In this module here, this is where you will go to open your Treasury account and Treasury cards. First, you will need to set up a Treasury account. And to do that, you'll start by selecting Add Treasury Account here. The Treasury account terms and conditions will appear. Please read through those and check next to each statement once you are done. And then you will click on Submit. In compliance with federal regulations, our payment processing partner, Stripe, must collect all of the information requested in the Know Your Customer form. This form is securely encrypted, and the data provided will only be used by Stripe's system to verify your identity. Then you will input the information that is required. To begin, you'll put your cell phone number and email address. A code will be sent to you to verify your phone number. And then you'll be asked to provide your name, contact, and identifying information and organization information to complete the form. If Stripe's automated system is unable to verify your identity, you may be asked to provide additional identification, such as a driver's license, to finish the process. So once the form is submitted in full, Your new account will appear in your Treasury accounts. It's still showing information required because we did not go through that process, but once everything is, this is a test account, so we can't go through that process, but once everything goes through, it will show verified, or if it's asking for additional information such as your driver's license, you'll need to upload that and then it will be verified. You can also transfer funds between Treasury accounts as well as between a Treasury account and external bank account via ACH transfer. To initiate a transfer, you'll select the Fund Transfers button. And then from here, you'll select Add Fund Transfer. And then you can select the account that you want to transfer from, and then the account you want to transfer to. And you'll fill in the rest of the information. So how much, the amount, any notes, and then the transfer date. So if you want it to go today or if you want it to go the next day, and then you'll click on Next, you'll review and then submit your transfer. Once you're done with that, it will show pending under the transfer section, and then once it's processed, you can click on Processed and it will show you all processed transfers. So now let's take a look at Treasury cards. First, we'll look at how to create a Treasury card for your account. So again, this is under Financial Accounts, and then under the Treasury account that you want to open a Treasury card for, you'll click on these ellipses here, and then you'll click on Treasury cards. You can open as many Treasury cards as you like, and you can have multiple Treasury cards on different accounts. So then next you will click Add Card Holder, and then you're going to select Choose Member, and you'll choose the member that you want. If it's for you, then you'll choose yourself, or if you have someone else that needs a card, you can do that. So then you'll choose the member, and then you're going to choose the card type. So it'll be a physical card or a virtual card. Physical cards will be shipped to the user within 5 to 10 days of the enrollment date, while virtual cards can be quickly created for time-sensitive purchases. So after selecting the card type, then you're going to click on the spending limit. You'll click on daily. And from here, you can choose the card's spending limit. So this is very beneficial because you can choose someone to have, if they just need to go and purchase supplies for an event that you have coming up just one time, you can choose all time, and then you can choose their spending limit to be $100 or $150. Or say it's an officer and they need spending limit for a daily spending limit of $200, you can select your budget and then choose your spending limits. So once you do that, you'll click on Done. Once the card settings have been updated, then you're going to click, you're going to choose the I agree to the terms and conditions once you read through that, and then you'll click on Next. Once you review everything, then you'll go in and you'll submit. And now the new card will appear in the Treasury cards section. If it's for you, then you'll come out here and you will add the card holder information. If it's for another person, you'll need to put in their email address so that they can then fill out all of the information. So you'll put in the phone number, date of birth, address, and then you'll read the terms and conditions and then click on Continue to add that card information. The information required, it's for identity purposes, and sometimes it will be requested for a government issued ID to complete the verification process. So if a card still says pending verification, identity verification, they'll need to upload that information. So once the Treasury card is created, You can then add it to your digital wallet. Both virtual and physical Treasury cards can be added to Apple Pay, Google Pay, or Samsung Pay wallets by opening the app on your device and entering your card details. So now let's look at how to manage your cards. So going under Treasury cards again, under an active card under these ellipses, you can look, you can suspend or freeze a card so that it is no longer able to be used. Users will get a notification that the card is unavailable. If the card is in their digital wallet, suspending a card is temporary. You can come right back to the action section and then click activate to reactivate the card. You can also close a card if that officer or member no longer needs access to it. Closed cards cannot be reactivated. You can report the card as lost, stolen, or damaged if you need to receive a new card. And then you can also select View Edit to review the member's card information and settings. So now I'm going to switch back over to PowerPoint to show how to view any transactions as well as how to look up disputes. Give me just 1 second. All right, to review a card's transactions, you're going to select the link in the View Transactions column by clicking on the transaction. You can view additional transaction information, and if you feel the transaction is suspicious, you can select the dispute button at the bottom of the screen. You can also look at the status of any disputes you may currently have by going back to the Treasury card section and click on disputes. And from here, you can see all disputes, and then if you need to separate them, you can look at won disputes or lost disputes. All right, and the last thing that we're going to go over today is how to communicate with members and looking at how to address any outstanding balances. So LegFi has a communications module as well as a collections module, and we're going to look at communications first. So we have various ways you can communicate with your members through LegFi. You can use it to keep your members engaged and also to make sure that they're making their payments on time. You can send a text message to a group of members or one member. You can send it with outstanding balances, or if you have an announcement you need to make, you can do that from here as well. We also have an email tool that works the same way. You can also do other things. You can send out surveys to your members. You can share documents. You can create a resource library for your members. For example, new member education tools or chapter bylaws. And then there's also this communications log. This is going to have all the emails and text messages that have been sent to members through LegFi. You can see when that communication was sent out, if they open that email or text message, and you're actually able to view it as well. Another thing that I want to show you is you can resend an e-statement. We email out statements automatically on the 3rd and 15th of every month to make sure members are regularly updated about the activity on their accounts. But if you need to send out another e-statement on demand, if a member says they can't find theirs, you can do that through this portal. You can also send out on-demand paper statements. If you have a member or an alumni that's not responding, you can come here and send statements this way. Those are mailed out within 2 business days. So that's one way you can stay in touch with your members to make sure that they're staying on top of their balances. And then if you need to send a member to collections under the collections module, this will help you with members who are past due. You can communicate with them to make them aware of their past due balances. We have past due emails. There's a template here that you can edit. You'll select the members to email. You can see what their current outstanding balance is, and you can easily filter that by group or search for the member name. Once you've selected the members, you'll schedule the past due email. We also have past due calls. If you have someone who is not responding to emails, you can use this feature. You can schedule automated calls to the phone number on the member's profile, and it will tell you if you need to add a phone number. So it's very important when members come in and sign up that they include all of their information, their mailing address, their phone number. That way, if you need to contact them in the future, you have that information. You can write up a script, or you can use the template already available. Then you can select the members or group and schedule the call. Those calls are made daily at 3 p.m. Eastern. If you have members that have accumulated a large balance and after repeated attempts at contacting, you've been unsuccessful in getting them to respond, your chapter can then make the decision to submit them to an external collections agency. The members need an address on file and a birth date as well before they can be submitted to the collections agency. You'll be able to go through and select any members that need to be sent to collections. Then you're going to fill out your contact information at the bottom. This is for if the external collection agency needs to get in touch with you. Then you'll want to read through this agree to collect contract. And once you've done that, then you can click submit to external collections. Information for that collection agency is found under the collections menu here under collections information. Once a member is sent to collections, LegFi will no longer try to collect that member's past due balance, and any communication you have regarding that member will need to be done through the collection agency. If you need any additional support, you can find the LegFi knowledge base by clicking on the question mark icon at the top right-hand side of the LegFi application. Also, our dedicated LegFi support team is available to provide you with any additional assistance you may need. Just reach out to us at info@legfi.com. Thanks everyone for joining us. You will receive an email with the link to watch this webinar again, and it will also be uploaded to our YouTube channel. Have a great afternoon.